what is the blue hour? Please stay with me and let's talk a little bit about this topic. Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mate from Blue Sky Photography, and today I'd like to talk to you about the blue hour and what is the blue hour and why it is important. Not too long ago I made a video and I was talking about the golden hour and the importance of the golden hour in photography. Now there is this blue hour, and the blue hour is almost the same important as the golden hour in some territory of photography, let's call it. And the most important, I would say, it is in landscape photography and portrait photography. So if you want to have some spectacular landscapes, and some very, very interesting and artistic portraits, you can do it in the blue hour. Now, what is the blue hour? Because and like the golden hour, the blue hour creates light that you can't get any other part of the day, It is very, very important for you. Now, the blue hour starts usually after a while when the sun goes down, and the sunset, and before the sun comes up in the morning. So you have twice a day blue hour, You get blue hour in the morning before the sun comes up on the horizon, and after the sun went down. After the sun went down, there is a small period of twilight, they call it, and then it comes the blue hour. So in these two times of the day, the sky will be spectacular, especially if you have a few clouds on the sky. And I will show you some pictures, to make sure that you understand why this is so important if you are a landscape photographer. And you should try it if you didn't until now, because you will love it, I tell you. Now, there are a few techniques, let's say, which one you have to apply to get great photos in the blue hour, because the amount of light what you get in the blue hour, it is very small. So you need definitely some tips and tricks, and you need a tripod, to put your camera on, because the light is not enough, that you get fast shutter speeds. So first of all, I would like to show you I would like to tell you some tips which are very important, to get right and to get great pictures in the golden hour. Now, the first tip is to stop down the lens at the sweet spot. Now, every lens has its own sweet spot. I call it sweet spot. Other people, they can call it the optimal functioning of the lens. That's the aperture value where the lens will function optimally. Almost every lens has its own sweet spot. Usually what I see, mostly the lenses, they have the sweet spot between 5.6 and f11, somewhere around this area. That's the area where most of the lenses will work great. Now, you should know your lens and your gear very, very well. And I have to tell you that you have to stop down the lens at the sweet spot, Tip number 2, use the lowest ISO settings possible. Because the photo is mostly made in the dark situation, well, it's mostly dark, so you must use the lowest ISO settings possible to avoid a lot of noise. Tip number 3, use a tripod. Like I told you, you definitely need a tripod or something to put the camera on to be steady, because your shutter speed will be very, very low and your picture will be blurry if you don't use a tripod. Use tip number 4, use a self-timer, wireless or wired shutter release. Don't try to push the shutter with your fingers, because you will move the camera, and it will be seen on your picture, the blur. So definitely you will have to use self-timer in the camera, 2-second delay, or you have to use a wireless controller, or something like that. Now, you can play around with Endel filters or to bring up the shadows, and to drop the highlights, you can do something like that, definitely. because it can create, you know, your picture, you know, an artistic look, and it can be nice. So if you have ND filters, you know, variable ND filters mostly is the most useful in this situation. If you have just the full ND filter, you know, that's not good, you know, that's not good enough. So you must need an ND filter, you know, which one is only half is the filter and then half is a clear glass, you know. That's sorry, it's not variable ND filter. Sorry, I made a mistake, because the variable ND filter is when you turn around the filter. So it's not the variable ND filter. You must have the I don't know what to call it in English. The filter, half of the filter is ND filter and half is clear glass. So always shoot in RAW to be able to apply noise reduction if it's possible. And I tell you, this is very important if you do this kind of photography, because you have to be able to apply noise reduction. And to be able to apply, you must be in RAW, because JPEG, your picture will suffer, you know, if you apply noise reduction in JPEG. So it's always better to shoot in RAW. Now, these were a few tips, just what you could do and what you should do to make better picture in the Blue Hour. Now I will show you a calculator on my mobile device, and how you can install on your mobile device a calculator where you can find the Blue Hour and when it starts, when it finishes in your area, in your country. And then after I will show you some pictures. So let's get into my mobile device. So we are in my mobile device now, and let's get over here and let's see. I use this golden hour calculator to find the Blue Hour, but you can find also separate Blue Hour calculators, but it's no point. Like I showed you in the other video, with this calculator you can see both of them, and I think that this is very, very good. Now, if you didn't see the video about the golden hour, I will place a card up here so you can watch that video as well, or you can just search around in my channel. Now over here you can see that you must enter your current location up here, and then you have to enter yes, you have to enter here the current location, and then you can see that the calculator will show you the latitude and the longitude. It will show you the date, you know, and then it will show you the sunrise and the sunset, and then noontime duration and these kind of things. So down here you can see that the whole day is split up in different periods, and you can see over here that the Blue Hour is starting at 6:59 and finishes at 7:26. So it's not a whole hour. It's about, mostly I would say that it's about 30 minutes, you know, something like that. 26 minutes actually. That's the Blue Hour. But if you go down, it comes the civil twilight after that, and then it comes the golden hour, and then it comes the day, and then another golden hour, and then civil twilight, and then Blue Hour again, which is in the evening from 5:59 until 6:26. It's again 26 minutes. But we can call it that the civil twilight is also considered as a Blue Hour, you know, kind of the same situation. So you will get, all together with the civil twilight, you will get about an hour time, just before the sun comes up and just after the sun set down on the horizon. Now this is the calculator where you can calculate the Blue Hour. And now let's see some photos, and let's see why it is very important to get the Blue Hour. So we are in my computer now, and let's just open up Zoner Photo Studio, and I will show you some pictures over here which were made in the Blue Hour. And I have to tell you that these pictures are very, very nice. I like them very much. Now, first of the picture I want to show you is this. Now this picture was made in the morning in the Blue Hour, when just you can see over here on the horizon that the sun is just getting up immediately. So it was kind of at the end of the Blue Hour, which this photo was made. Now we go a little bit further down and I show you another photo which one was made in the same time, the same day, and you can see over here that the colors are just beautiful. I mean, it's unbelievably nice, you know, this, and these colors are not really edited on Photoshop, nothing. It's just Lightroom editing. I don't really like to put any Photoshop editing to my photos. So you can see that the colors are amazing and very, very nice. Again, another photo you can see over here, and this photo was made in Ireland, you know, and just after the sun set down. So this is actually the civil twilight. Like I said in the calculator, the civil twilight is kind of the same like the blue hour. And you can see the beauty of the sky over here, and you can see the colors are just excellent. And if you get some nice clouds, you know, in the same time, that is just beautiful, I tell you. This is again the same time, the same day, and you can see the reddish colors on the clouds up here and the golden color down here on the sky. This was just after the golden hours finished, just after that time. Now, I hope that this video was helpful to you guys, and I hope that you understood why it is very important to shoot in the blue hour and also in the golden hour. These are very, very important hours for photography and for your photography. And especially if you are a landscape photographer or portrait photographer, I mean, in an environment like this, you can create some beautiful portraits, you know, with some light and extra light added on your subject, you know, because obviously it will be pretty dark, so you will need some extra light to add to your subject. But in the same time, if you can use this ambient light, you know, from the background, it will create a very, very nice photo. Now, I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. I hope that you liked it. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and share my videos. If you want to support this channel, I really, really appreciate your support and your nice comments. I thank you very, very much, and it feels very good that I see that some people appreciate my work, and I hope that it will be helpful. So if you have some ideas or something you think that I missed out of this video, you can leave a comment down below, and you can also say your opinion, your experience, you know, so let's help others, that others can learn a little bit and improve the photography. Other than that, I wish you a nice day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and I wish you all the best.